What's good, GVSU Trio Upward Bound? Welcome to The Explainer. Listen, I am absolutely hyped to be talking to y'all today because we are officially leveling up. We are stepping out of the passenger seat and we're getting behind the wheel. Today's explainer is called The Strategist's Blueprint: How to Secure and Route the Bag. And I'm not just talking about getting a job or, doing some standard homework assignment. We are talking boss-level strategy today. We are talking about understanding the actual systems that run your city. So let's dive right into it. Look, I need this to really sink in. Money is not just money. In community development, money is energy. Most people look at a city budget and they just see paper, right? They see a bunch of math. But you have to see the matrix. Money is the energy that actually allows people to act on public priorities. And if money is the energy, y'all are about to learn how to be the power grid. You're learning to control the circuit board of your own communities.
So here's the playbook for today. We're hitting 5 main areas: becoming the plug, tracing the energy flow, mastering market mechanics, hacking the network, and bringing it all together with the opportunity report. This is the structure you need to sound like absolute pros tomorrow. Let's get it.
All right, part 1, becoming the plug. Time to completely shift your mindset. We gotta kill this idea that you're just students doing a homework assignment. As of right now, today, you are empowered economic strategists. You're the deal brokers. But being the plug in your neighborhood doesn't mean you just happen to know a lot of people. It means you are the central node. You understand exactly where the public demand exists, you know where the money is moving to solve it, you know the names of the specific people controlling those decisions, and you know which local organizations can actually do the work. You are connecting the dots between local problems and the big money that solves them, period. Moving into part 2, tracing the energy flow. Because to broker the deals, you gotta know where the energy actually comes from. I want you to visualize this like a massive interconnected node graph. If you've ever seen those beautiful, complex mermaid.js style diagrams where every single point connects to 3 others, that's what we're looking at. The energy starts way up at the top node, the federal government. It flows down the wire into state government, which then distributes it into local departments. Those departments power up specific programs, and those programs cut the checks to organizations and vendors who actually do the work in your community. It is a direct electrical wire from Washington, D.C., straight down to your block. And here's the gem. These top-level nodes, these federal departments, they aren't just boring government names you gotta memorize for a civics test. They are giant battery packs managing specific categories of public problems. The Department of Education, that's the battery pack for student outcomes. HUD, that's the battery pack for housing and neighborhoods. Labor, that's the battery pack for jobs and workforce training. When you find a local budget, you always have to ask yourself, which giant federal battery is this plugged into? Let's use yourselves as the perfect real-life example of this flow. The Federal Department of Education drops energy into TRIO funding. That node routes down to GVSU, the institution. GVSU routes it to the Upward Bound program. And then the program pays vendors, from mentors, speakers, food, transportation, to create your actual student experience. You can draw a direct line from federal energy to the very seat you are sitting in right now. That is how real this is. All right, part 3, mastering market mechanics. Because tracing the money is cool, but it's not the whole picture. To be the ultimate deal broker, you have to understand how supply and demand wire together to make this whole machine hum. On one side, we have local demand, managed by the city. We look at city budgets, year-end spend reports, and literally just public complaints to see what the city actually needs to fix. On the other side, we have the supply of services. This is your Chamber of Commerce, your local vendors, and nonprofits. The city has the demand and the budget. The Chamber of Commerce holds the supply of people ready to do the work. Your job as the plug is to build the bridge between the two. Welcome to the political circuit board. How does a public complaint actually turn into a check? Well, it starts as public demand, people complaining at a city meeting. That triggers a meeting discussion, which then leads to a vote or a new priority. The city then gives a department assignment. And boom, that department issues an RFP, a request for proposals, or a grant. Politics is literally just the system that manages the energy of public demand.
Part 4, hacking the network. Time to give y'all the cheat codes.
Now that you see the matrix, you need the right tools to uncover the real humans controlling these massive systems. A lot of folks think they can just go look at grants.gov or usaspending.gov, and they figured it all out. But let me drop this on you. Federal data is not the whole answer, okay? It's just a signal. It's breadcrumbs. You have to take that signal and trace it down into Michigan's specific economic identity. Because remember, money flows through systems, but human gatekeepers make the actual decisions. You need to map out department directors, city commissioners, organization execs. This is exactly why getting on LinkedIn today and optimizing it is absolutely mandatory. If you ain't on LinkedIn, you're basically invisible in this ecosystem. LinkedIn isn't just a digital resume, it's your interactive map to the gatekeepers, so you know exactly who to reach out to for your presentations. And to map those nodes, we are bringing out the heavy artillery. You're going to use ChatGPT as your literal cheat code and research assistant. You'll plug in these specific prompts: the department explainer, the money trace, and the chamber partnership builder. AI is going to help you map the nodes, analyze those city budgets, and build out your 5 possible program concepts in record time. We are working smarter, not harder. All of this intelligence gets plugged straight into your team's shared Google Sheet, your marketing network tracker. This is your master database. This is where you document the flows, track the key players, link to their LinkedIn profiles, and spot the opportunity gaps. This sheet is the ultimate blueprint for your deals. Which brings us to part 5, the opportunity report. This is where we bring the whole shebang together. This is your team mission for today, because tomorrow, things get very real. Here is your final deliverable, a clean, upgraded opportunity report. Your homework is to submit this as a team, tapping into all these layers we just discussed. It's got to include your department intelligence map, the federal and Michigan signals you traced, local programs, decision-makers with their LinkedIn links, your vendors, and 5 brand new partnership ideas that tap into the Chamber of Commerce. You feed this structured data to AI, and it's going to help you generate a flawless professional report. Do you see how this builds? Day 1, you found the problem. Day 2, today, you trace the money. Day 3, you build the partnership. Day 4, you pitch the program. You are executing a master plan here. You're moving from just noticing a gap in your community to actually securing the bag to fix it. And y'all, the stakes, they are massive. Think about what's coming. You build this opportunity report today. Tomorrow, you are presenting this structure to some real heavy hitters: city board members, members from Stark Garden, the Michigan State Research Foundation, Detroit VCs, and the crew from Black Tech Saturdays. And next week, you're taking these concepts and building actual software for your programs. Using Lovable.dev, you need the structure today so you absolutely command the room tomorrow. So I leave you with this final provocative thought. When you stand up in front of Black Tech Saturdays, Stark Garden, and those Detroit VC firms tomorrow, what is your blueprint going to look like? Are you going to show up as just another student, or are you going to show up as the plug? Step up, put what you've learned into your team reports today, trace that energy, and let's go route the bag. Get to work, y'all.